Welcome to Japan Lyric Room. In this program, we savor the lyrics of Japanese songs, explaining the meanings behind the phrases and, the unique Japanese cultural backgrounds in an easy-to-understand way.
I have to say, I am absolutely buzzing for today's song. I mean, if you've been anywhere near a TV or the internet in the last, quarter century, you know this song.
Oh, absolutely.
You could argue it's the most recognizable anime anthem in history. Today, we're exploring the lyrics of "We Are" by Hiroshi Kitadani.
A massive, massive track. You really can't talk about the history of anime music without discussing this song.
It's a titan. And just to make sure we're all on the same page, "We Are" is the very first opening theme for the TV anime One Piece.
The very first.
It was released way back in 1999, dropping right alongside the first episode. I mean, just think about that for a second. 1999.
And it has been loved globally for over 25 years. It's got Hiroshi Kitadani's incredible, piercing, high-tone voice and this melody by the legend Kohei Tanaka. It's not just a song, it's an invitation.
An invitation. I like it.
It invites you right into the Great Pirate Era, or Daikai Zokuji Dai.
It's funny you call it that, because listening to it again for our analysis, it didn't feel like just a cartoon song. It felt more like a manifesto.
That is a perfect way to put it. It's an anthem for anyone, really, anyone chasing a dream. It symbolizes the spirit of the Straw Hat crew, laughing off the hard times, moving forward with your friends.
Right.
It's so iconic they actually re-recorded and reanimated it for the anime's 1000th episode. It just connects generations of fans.
So our mission today is to break down exactly why this song hits so hard. We're going to look at 7 specific phrases that really highlight the linguistic nuances and that specific Japanese cultural spirit of adventure.
We have a lot of ground to cover. We are essentially mapping out the philosophy of the future Pirate King.
Let's get right into it. The song just explodes from the start, and the very first line, it kind of sets the stakes for the entire series. It's all about what you bring with you on the journey.
Right, so the cultural nuance here is gathering every single dream you have.
Gathering every single dream. Now, in English, following your dreams is a bit of a cliche, that feels a little soft. But the Japanese phrasing here feels heavier, more tactile.
It's much more physical. The key word here is Arittake. It means something like everything inside you, or the whole lot, or to the absolute limit. It suggests a total, complete capacity.
So you aren't just taking one goal like, I want to be rich.
Exactly. You're taking everything. Your hopes, your whims, your wildest, craziest ideas, all of it.
And there's a specific verb for how you gather them, right? It's not just holding them.
No, the verb is kakietsume. This literally means to scratch or rake things together.
Raking, like with leaves.
Or think of a poker game. You've just won a massive pot, the chips are scattered everywhere, you're not politely picking them up one by one.
No, you're scooping them all in.
You're using both arms to scoop and rake them all into a giant pile. That's kakietsume.
I love that image. It implies your dreams are maybe messy and scattered, and you have to actively go and grab them.
Yes. The idea is that before you set sail, you have to scrape them all together. You can't leave a single scrap of hope behind. It emphasizes this almost greedy excitement before an adventure. It's a stance of enjoying life at full throttle.
Such a high-energy start. It's not passive at all. It's voracious. Okay, so once you have all those dreams raked together, you need to know where you're going. Usually that means a map or a compass. But this song, well, it has a very different opinion on navigation.
It certainly does. The cultural nuances. A compass, common sense, is just a cause of traffic jams.
This line always gets me. A compass causes traffic jams. It sounds completely backward. If I'm sailing the Grand Line, surely a compass is the one thing keeping me from, dying.
In the real world, yes. Please use a compass. But in the world of One Piece, the compass, or Rashinban, is a metaphor for something else entirely. It's the safe path, isn't it?
Precisely. It represents established routes and common sense. I mean, think about it. A compass points north. Everyone's compass points north. So if everyone follows their compass, where does everyone end up?
All going the same way. All in the same lane.
And when everyone is in the same lane, what do you get? A traffic jam. The song argues that following a compass means you're just following a route someone else decided for you. Society's rules.
Wow. That's a brilliant bit of social critique hidden in an anime opening. It's saying common sense is actually a trap.
It is. It's the expected path. So discarding the compass isn't about getting lost. It's about being free. That's the pirate aesthetic. True freedom is not being bound by existing rules. If you want to go somewhere new, you can't use the tool everyone else is using.
That connects so perfectly to Luffy. He is just allergic to the boring choice.
He follows his own internal direction, not magnetic north.
But that raises the question. If you throw away the compass and you're ignoring the map, how do you steer? What's driving the ship? And this next phrase answers that in a pretty intense way. The cultural nuance is, driven by a fever? Passion? I'll take the helm.
Driven by a fever.
Yeah.
Again, that's a word that usually sounds negative. If I say I have a fever, you tell me to go to bed.
It's similar in Japanese. The idiom here is Netsu ni ukasare, which literally means floating on fever.
Floating on fever. That's very evocative.
And it usually does mean being delirious from sickness. You know, you're not thinking straight, you're maybe seeing things.
But the song flips it on its head.
Completely. Here, the fever is positive. It means being so absorbed in something, so passionate, that you lose your rationality. You're delirious with excitement.
So instead of a cool-headed captain checking the charts, you have a captain who is literally hot with passion.
That is the shonen manga, the boys' comic spirit in a nutshell. Japanese society can often value being cool and rational. The song says no, forget that.
Right.
Trust your impulse. Trust your burning passion over calm judgment. You steer the ship based on that internal heat. Logic says turn left, but the fever says the adventure is straight ahead, so you go.
It's not about thinking. It's about feeling. And that feeling dictates your actions.
Exactly. The passion is the engine.
Okay, so let's recap. We've raked up our dreams, we tossed the compass overboard, and we are steering into the unknown powered by pure delirium. What are we looking for? Legends. But the song has a very specific take on what a legend actually is.
This might be one of the most philosophical lines in the whole song. The cultural nuance is, if you've confirmed it for yourself, it's no longer a legend, a fairy tale.
This one hits me every single time. We think of legends as these distant, maybe untouchable stories, you know, King Arthur, Atlantis. They're defined by the fact they might not even be real.
Exactly. A legend implies distance, mystery. But this lyric, it challenges that passivity. It focuses on the Japanese concept of tashikameta.
Tashikameta, what's the nuance there?
It means to ascertain or verify. But in this context, it's not just looking it up. It means going to the location on your own 2 feet and seeing it with your own eyes. Physical verification.
So the song is saying, the moment you stand in front of the lost city of gold, it stops being a legend.
Yes, it becomes reality. It becomes your memory. The lyric is declaring that if you just have the will to go and stand in front of it, you transform the fantasy into your personal experience.
It's such a powerful call to action. It's saying, don't just worship the story, go make it real.
It is a declaration of active will. You are the one who decides what's real. The legend dies, and your history begins.
I love that. But, you know, to live like this, chasing legends, throwing away maps, a lot of people would look at you and say, you're a fool. That treasure isn't real.
Which brings us to the next phrase. This is all about how you deal with cynicism. The cultural nuance here is, even if you take it all seriously and believe in it.
Okay, wait. Taking it seriously. In English, if I say don't take it so seriously, I mean relax. Don't be so gullible.
That is the standard use in Japanese as well. The phrase is maniukaru, and usually it's used negatively. If you maniukaru a joke, people mock you for being naive.
Right. Oh, look at him. He actually believes that story. What a sucker.
Exactly. It's the stance of the smart cynic laughing at the dreamer. But this song, it flips that meaning completely. Here, maniukaru, taking it seriously, is portrayed as a strength.
How is being gullible a strength?
Well, it's not about being gullible, it's about foolish honesty. It suggests that in a cynical world, having the purity to believe 100% in something is actually a superpower. It's Luffy's character in a nutshell. He never laughs at other people's dreams. He just believes.
So while everyone else is being ironic and detached, the person who takes it seriously is actually the strongest one.
Yes, because if you don't believe it seriously, you won't risk your life for it. You won't throw away the compass. Only the person who maniukaru takes the dream into their heart as absolute truth can actually reach the goal.
That is a beautiful lesson for today, isn't it? Cynicism is easy. Believing is hard.
And believing gives you the power to deal with the bad times. Because let's be honest, adventures aren't always sunny and bright.
No, you can't have high adventure without some really low points. This next phrase deals with that using some pretty gritty language.
It does. The cultural nuance is blast away the miserable, shabby nights.
Miserable, shabby nights. That's a very specific, almost ugly description.
It is. The Japanese word is shimitareta. It is not a pretty word. It means stingy, shabby, gloomy. lifeless.
It feels damp, like a wet blanket on your mood.
Yes, that's a great way to put it. It describes that feeling of being stuck in a rut, depressed, just going through the motions.
So the song admits these nights happen. But what do you do with them?
We Buttobase.
Buttobase. That sounds like a fighting move from a video game.
It basically is. It means to send them flying or blast them away. It's about using wild, raw energy to just smash through that depression.
So it's not about gently fixing the problem or talking through your feelings?
No, it's about punching through the wall. It's very pirate-like. You don't wallow in that Shimitareta. You use your energy, that fever we talked about, to blow the gloom away and force the morning to come.
Blast away the shabby nights. I think I need that written on my mirror. It's such a proactive way to handle a bad mood.
It's a useful mantra.
All right, we've reached the final phrase we're looking at.
Yeah.
And this one really feels like the thesis statement for the whole song, and maybe for the entire One Piece series. It redefines what the whole quest is actually about.
It really does. The cultural nuance is, I have no interest in treasure chests. I just need romance in my pocket.
This line is so shocking for a pirate song. I have no interest in treasure chests. Isn't the whole point of being a pirate to get the gold? To find the one piece?
For normal pirates, maybe, but not for this crew. This line is the core philosophy. You have this sharp contrast between the treasure chest, which is material wealth, the end point, and the pocket.
And what's in the pocket? Romance. Now, we have to be really careful with this word. In English, romance is usually love and dating.
Correct. But in the Japanese context, the word Roman, borrowed from the French, has a different flavor. It doesn't mean love between two people.
So what is Roman?
Roman is. It's adventure. It's grand dreams. It's emotional idealism. Think of the romance of the high seas. It's the thrill of the unknown, the journey itself.
So when he says he wants Roman in his pocket, he means he wants the spirit of adventure close to him.
Yes. He values the adventure itself, the dream inside your heart, your pocket over the material wealth in the chest.
But why the pocket? Why not in my heart?
The pocket is casual, it's accessible, it's right there. The chest is heavy, it's external, it's something you have to find and carry. The Roman in your pocket is just part of you.
That's deep. It's saying, I don't care if I get rich, I just want to live a life that's full of adventure.
And that selfless, pure passion is why fans love the series so much. It's not a story about greed, it's a story about the experience. The treasure is just an excuse to go on the journey. The real prize is that Roman in your pocket.
Wow, we have really covered some ground here, from scraping up dreams like poker chips to blasting away gloomy nights.
And if you put it all together, We Are is just a perfect summary of the philosophy of One Piece. It covers freedom by tossing the compass. It covers faith by believing purely when others laugh. And it covers aesthetics by loving the romance of the process over the result.
It's amazing how a song that sounds so happy and upbeat actually carries such a heavy philosophical message.
That's the magic, isn't it? The song doesn't just say, do your best. That's too generic. It says, throw away the map. It says, go check if the legend is real for yourself.
It gives you a little push, it forces you to move.
Precisely. And the final thought I'd like to leave you with is this. The song implies that even in our reality, with jobs and commutes, if you have a little romance in your pocket and some friends nearby, any place can become an adventure. You don't need a pirate ship.
You just need that mindset. That's a wonderful takeaway. You can find that adventure right where you are.
Indeed.
Well, thank you so much for listening again today. We hope this exploration of the lyrics gave you a new appreciation for this absolute classic anthem.
We've picked up various Japanese songs and updated detailed explanations on our website. So if you want to savor the lyrics even more deeply, please check the website from the link in the description.
And if you like this program, please subscribe or follow the channel. It really does help us out.
And please, if you have any impressions or requests for songs you want us to cover, let us know in the comments. We love hearing from you.
See you next time. This was Japan Lyric Room.